Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. My name is ASTRAEA Love, and I am here to help enlighten you. Okay, please make sure that you're familiar with my legal disclaimer. It's this top part here. My readings are for entertainment purposes only. This is a reading for the collective, so you need to be able to use your best discernment. Feel free to take what resonates with you and leave what does not for the person that it's for. If you have a pendulum, this is a pendulum. Or if you know muscle testing, those are two different ways that you can ask yes and no questions from your higher self and actually get an answer back. Also, you can ask additional questions while I'm doing the live reading to get additional answers. Okay. That way, you know what part of the reading is for you and what part is for somebody else. My readings are timeless and prophetic, which means whenever you get to this reading, you'll be attracting in at least one thing that I say, or it could be 10 things that I say. Okay. Know that not every message will resonate, and that's absolutely okay. Okay. You could still be here just to learn from other people's mistakes. All right. So even though we don't really work with the tarot on this channel, today I put a trigger warning in. Hey, welcome in, Beast Boy. I put a trigger warning in because we are working with the Dark Confessions and the True Crime Oracle. Yes, it's because I got this new deck and I'm so excited to use it. I just used it and it really, wow, it's awesome. So just know that we're going to be talking about crimes and whatever intentions. Okay. So if anything ever makes you feel afraid or uneasy, then know that that is not your message, especially if it causes confusion or fear or doubt or anything like that. Then the message is for somebody else. Everything that we talk about will be things that you either already knew in some type of way, either suspected, or you were curious or thought had an inkling to. Okay. If it's anything that shocks you and is like, wait, somebody's what? No, then that's not your that's not your message. But if you go, yeah, I kind of already felt or knew that that was going on, then you'll know that it's your message. So it's always to give, we're never get fear mongering or whatever that is. I shouldn't use words I don't know, but we're never trying to fear monger. We're always trying to just enlighten, gain information, and always a higher perspective. Okay, so I ask that the Most High God can be with us now, all of the spirit guides, any ascended masters, anybody that's deceased that's been through one of these crimes or whatever that needs to come through. I'm willing to channel that. I also ask that the Most High God please return all evil and block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective. And I pray for all of my subscribers. I ask now as I call upon God's favor to give us the full armor of God for protection during our life's mission and work here on earth. I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. All right. So I think what we're going to do is start with the Dark Confessions, because I want to know what this energy, what this person / energy is thinking about you. Okay, so yesterday I was like kind of angry and upset, and I didn't have a very good morning, but there was a spirit that I'm gonna type in what it's called. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just gonna say it's an asswing. I don't know. Anyways, this spirit, I just want to tell somebody about this experience to know when you're upset and you're angry, to check if there's an entity there. I straight up saw this entity. It has bulging ass eyes. Anyways, it was just staring at me and kind of like I was confused why it was there. It was confused why I was there. But why it was around with me, basically what it was about is that it was feeding off of my upsetness. I was upset yesterday, and because I felt like somebody had done witchcraft on me while I slept, which this is something that occurs quite often. So I rarely lose my shit about it, but yeah, so I just want to tell people that we will attract in, when we're in a low emotional space, we will attract in things that will feed off of that and enhance that. And that's kind of what this spirit was doing. But again, it's not really negative for me. I think because I don't live in the Philippines, and I don't know what it is, but it can't do nothing other than like influence how people feel. So I feel like a lot of people don't know that when they're in a funk or they're in a bad energy or feeling negative emotions, that a lot of the time it's not even their emotion, that it could be being amplified or caused by another entity or something like that. And literally, this is how I know our phones are telepathic. Like, I didn't tell anybody about the thing that I had been seeing and it's bulging eyes, right? But then here I am scrolling down my YouTube, and it's like this woman who does she explains spiritual things and different, like things in the pyramids, like just, mysteries. Anyways, uh I see this video and it's like literally that spirit that I had just seen. And I'm like, oh my God, like how, like, obviously I didn't tell nobody about this. I didn't tell anybody about the spirit that I saw, but yet my phone is predicting the name of the spirit and everything. And then when I see it, and I didn't click on the video, I just ended up going to Wikipedia and Googling it because I just wanted to read a little bit about it. But yeah, anyways. So that can happen. And even though it's still kind of lingering around now, it can't feed off of me anymore. Cause yeah, it's crazy. Like, how in the hell did my phone know that? I don't know. I have no idea, but it's unexplainable to me. Completely unexplainable. But yeah, anyways, the entity like won't hang around when it doesn't have anything to feed off of. And so Um, I feel bad for these entities, man. I don't feel like that they're like this because they want to be. I feel like they're like this. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely safe. I mean, the entities can't really do anything. I mean, some of them can. They can push you and stuff. Oh man, I had this one client who was standing on the top of a waterfall and he started to pray. He was a fallen watcher, so this is why this backfired. He started to pray and an entity pushed him off the waterfall and he broke his back. Literally. Crazy. Yeah, you don't need to worry. But yeah, seriously. I kind of pity these entities because they are, I don't know if they're created the way they are, what process creates that type of thing, but I do feel bad for them. Yeah. Absolutely, kick their ass. But that's the thing, is like we don't really have to, because they can't do anything unless we're in a very low state. So that's why I want to remind people is if you have any type of influence, it can't do anything unless you're in a low state. Yeah. So this person that we're going to be talking about today, it feels like this. They're not sure that I can meet your expectations. The pressure is too much for me. That's their energy. So somebody could have been feeling like, to be around you, that they needed to be a better person and they don't want to do that. Wow. Surprise, surprise. They feel overwhelmed. Says, I feel overwhelmed. I'm drowning in my own thoughts. So this person, I feel like they're kind of haunted by you, or they're haunted by the loss of you in some type of way. My mask keeps me safe. I need to fake my feelings. This person lies to themselves on the daily, which is a very dangerous thing to do. So when you're not honest with yourself, you're basically lying to yourself, deceiving yourself. And then that's when you can be deceived the most, is when you're doing it to yourself. I feel unworthy of having love in my life. So this person could have felt very unworthy of you. I feel miserable and lost. This is literally, they could have felt very miserable. They do feel misery. Okay, so there are beings that are endless. Okay. The Eldritch beings are endless. They're just a different fraction of endless. And then you have the endless that are in like Greek mythology. You have grief, loss, despair, sorrow, anger, madness, desire, and stuff like that. There's more of them. There's even psyche, which goes over the psyche. So these are actually endless beings that are these emotions. When you can start to work with the endless, so that despair is helping you stay out of despair, that's how you want to be aligned with these energies. Because otherwise they'll just take you down a river, you know. My pride and ego got hurt, so I wanted revenge. I wanted you to hurt too. That's why this person. So now we have uncovered revenge. So not only do they have very low self-esteem, they wanted revenge. That says, I knew that I was losing you, but I didn't want to do anything to fight for you. Like, okay. I cannot be vulnerable with you. I'd rather hide in the darkness before I let you see what's inside of me. Okay. So yeah, we're going to look at the true crime now, because this is somebody from your past. So I may channel a bunch of crimes that come through, and you'll just have to see which one this is talking about. But yeah, whoever this person is, they have a smell about them. Like they smell, their aura smells like shit, like literal shit. Or death and shit. I don't know. That's what I'm smelling. So maybe this is a female energy. I'm picking up on some nasty person. Okay, missing. Like I was saying, there may be a few people that went missing that come channeled through this message. Revenge. What did that card say? Revenge. So yeah, this person wanted you to go missing. They wanted to like abduct you basically so they could get revenge. Who is this person to the collective? Are they an active threat, or are they just like, because again, some people will be people that follow through with their desire, right? But then there will be people that know that their desire is insane and that they shouldn't do that. So there's definitely a difference between the two. This is a male energy, or you could be a male energy. This is about your masculine energy. But I also feel like there could be a male attached to this situation, but there's definitely a female. And they're in debt. This person's in debt. Since you've been around them or whatever, they're in debt. Maybe they were always in debt. This person has never really had shit going on. I feel like this person is a little bit obsessed. Serial killer vibes. So I could be reading the energy that I just read, but I doubt it. This is definitely, this serial killer that I was picking up on was not somebody that if you're not doing evil, you don't need to be afraid of this type of person. But this type of person, this person could be a male. Maybe they're like a murder for hire type person. I don't know. Whatever this is, the serial killer energy is a masculine energy, but it's protecting me and other people and not protecting certain people. So I don't know. That's what I'm getting, is that well, whoever you were with in the past, they have some type of spiritual debt. They owe something to the devil. They owe a sacrifice. They weren't able to use you. This person could be staying in a motel, hotel. There's either the serial killer or the person that we're speaking about, which means they possibly are so broke, is so much in debt that they don't even have a home. I don't know if this person had an affair on you or what. They're definitely in devil energy, though. Yeah, so they could have cheated in the past, basically. This desert energy, somebody wants to isolate somebody. I'm also getting that this feminine energy has been doing spell work to get you in debt. So you could be this masculine energy. She's also contacted somebody on the dark web in attempt to do something to you. And this is just recently that this bitch did this. I don't know who this person is, but they're trying to stay cloaked and hide. But I felt right there in that I cannot be vulnerable with you. I'd rather hide in the darkness before I let you see the inside of me. Yeah. or they could come from a desert environment, or they could make trips to the desert. This person's very upset that you're healing and that you're moving forward with something. Yeah, that you're being given a gift, or that you are the gift. This person's pissed that you have this gift. So this could be a spiritual gift that we're talking about here. Yeah, you could have been a runaway teen as like a teen, or you could have felt like you had to run away from this person or situation. I feel like they want you to run away from using your gifts, because then the only way that their plots are going to work is if you don't use your spiritual abilities to see what they're doing, basically. Lies. Yeah, this person lies quite a bit. I feel like somebody went to the dark after they weren't able to get you in trouble with the police. This is what somebody did. They went to the dark web. They started telling all of these lies to whoever this hired hitman person is on the dark web. And then, they gave this hitman a gift that could be tracked, like a certain amount of money, a car, something. They gave this person something. And now they're trying to run away from that because this hitman is finding out that this person lied. That's putting this person that did this in direct like shot range of this hitman person, because that's one thing the hitman tells you most likely upon meeting you, that if they find out that you've lied about anything in regards to this situation, they'll fucking kill you for sure. Like literally. I shouldn't laugh at that. I'm sorry. But like, just backfire, Yeah, she could have wanted to party with this person. This is not somebody you go partying with. But I do believe that there are certain people that exist in the energy of death. They are hitmen, and they exist to take out people who should not be here. I do feel like that yeah, it is a lot of insane. It's a lot of insane. The length that this person would go to is weird. And so that's why I feel like maybe they're in love with you in some type of way. But yeah, literally, what I feel is a backfire. Mind control. This person was trying to use mind control tactics on this hitman to get him to do something against another person that would have been very unlawful, right? And this is not working. That's why this hitman's questioning whoever this is. And okay, so yeah, I would just do a search and make sure that there's no life insurance policies taken out in your name. Let me find out that all of this shit with the police and everything was over a life insurance policy and some type of scam. That's retarded. Like I was saying, this person could have had an affair on you, or they could have wanted to have an affair with you. Also, this person could have tried to have an affair with the hitman, and that did not work. Okay, what is the outcome for this wicked ass person? I keep hearing that's the truth. That's the truth. Fire. This person's going to burn in fucking hell. Okay. Rest assured, this person's going to burn in hell for their lies and for their attempt. They also may getting publicly caught up. This person is extremely jealous. They jelly. Jealousy. Yeah, it's not just jealousy. It's definitely the devil. You're so protected from this crap, like literally. It just is mind-boggling to me. Boat. This person could own a boat. They could have been planning to invite you to go on a boat or something like that. This person could be jealous of a boat. I don't know. Can I get clarity on the boat? What is that about? Yeah, they could have wanted you, they could have wanted to invite you to a boat party, and then they were going to go out to sea and throw you away or some shit. This person's very perverted, very dangerous energy. It's weird. Weird, man. You're going to get some type of confirmation or sign about this situation, and it's going to make a lot of sense in the future. I don't know why it's still kind of, I think that you were somebody's power supply. Yeah, you're definitely not jelly, but this person, I can't say that they're not jealous. They're very jealous of you. I feel like you were somebody's power supply. I also feel like somebody was trying to mess with you with these legal proceedings, and I feel like they're attached to a cult. And I also feel like this cult has created man-made disasters like plane crashes and stuff like that. But they do it with witchcraft, right? So yeah, you could be a part of MK Ultra. You could be a bigger part of something else as well. These legal proceedings, this cult is having legal proceedings. Yeah, literally alive. You are still alive. And that's why. So this person could be trying to contact the hitman and attacking them, even though the hitman knows that this person lied about you. And so whatever they said to get this person to actually feel like they were warranted to unalive you, that didn't fucking work. Yeah, neighborhood. This could have been somebody that used to live in your neighborhood, or you could have been neighbors with them, maybe living like, you know, above, below, or right next to. They wanted to trap you. This person from your neighborhood wanted to trap you. So I don't know if this person's mentally insane or what the hell's going on with them, but like there's something not right with the way that they're thinking. They're thinking that you've done something to threaten their life, and I'm not seeing anything that you've done. So that's why, I guess that's why this reading, I'm just like, what is the fuck is going on with this person and their brain? Like, I'm for them to truly believe that you've threatened their life. Like, did somebody else tell them that, or what the hell is going on? I'm not seeing you threatening this person. This person could have been tapping on your walls, like consistently, just being annoying, or making some type of noise intimidation. It's all with the intent to drive you crazy. Like, this person wanted to take advantage of you. And that's crazy. How are you going to take advantage of a grown-ass man? Like, tell me that. You're going to get justice for this. This person tried to pull you into the justice system, into legal proceedings. They thought that they were going to be able to trap you in the justice system. And now they're the ones that are getting trapped. It's crazy. This person, I swear to God, they wanted to be your spouse or partner. This weird ass woman, I'm picking up on some old lady. I don't know who the hell this is. She's older. This person wanted to, or maybe they were your spouse and partner in another lifetime, but they feel entitled to your, this power supply. They feel entitled to you and to that. Crazy. Dismemberment. This person is totally out there, dude. Totally out there. They've asked for crazy things to be done. And so that's why this person that they hired online is not going to do anything. Not to you. This person literally may, and I'm also getting that this woman has evidence of probably more than 5 years ago where she was with somebody and she had this done to them. She absolutely used maybe this same hitman to do something against her partner. This is why this person does not have a twin flame in this lifetime. You could be healing from this situation. You could also be putting a body of water in between you and this person. This person was fraudulent. They wanted to steal your house, your inheritance. This is more about spiritual inheritance. But yeah, They wanted to steal something from you. And you may be traveling right now to get away from this situation, which is probably the best thing, because this person won't be able to follow you, and they've got much bigger. This person needs a caregiver. See, they were using your energy as some fucking dialysis machine. This person needs a caregiver, and they need to go into like a assisted living or whatever situation. But yeah, you're not going to be supplying this person's energy anymore. So they need to grow up, get over it, and deal with themselves. They want this healing power that you have. And this isn't about taking you off social media. This isn't about anything like that. This is about somebody that is delusional that you're dealing with, that loves you. I'm not kidding. I've always felt this weird energy of love. Like, this person is surprised that you've left. Are you joking? This person was taking you to court and harassing the crap out of you. Why would they be surprised that you moved? The fuck? They thought that you were going to stay there and put up with their bullshit and enter into binding contracts with them. No. Like what I say, binding contracts, marriage and wedding. This person's delusional and crazy and wanted to fucking marry you. But they offed their other person that was like a spouse to them in the past, or they had them offed. So this is a repeat pattern for this person. Like I said, couple. Wanted to be a couple. This is hidden about their ex, how their ex truly passed. Somebody should look into this person's ex. I'm telling you, it's about 5 years ago that this person passed. What I say, death. They could have done something, taken them to a wooded area and done something. If these police officers don't stop, I'm not even kidding, this is going to be the biggest blow up. If they're aiding a fucking serial killer, or somebody that pays a serial killer to like or a hitman, if they're aiding that and they're working with the police don't know that they've done this. Yeah. Inside, they're working with somebody on the inside, but the police don't know that they've done this. They could have a sister or a brother, organized crime, that helped with this or came up with the idea, because this person's not smart enough to think of this shit on their own. I can tell you that. Yeah. Dating. Trap. They wanted to date you. This person's very greedy. I definitely picked up fraud, the life insurance, all of that crap. This person was trying to find out like your social security number and stuff like that, which is that's not appropriate. I mean, why in the hell would you need to know your neighbor's social security numbers? That's fucking crazy. I don't even know my neighbors' names, let alone any numbers that they have. Family. This is somebody that didn't want you to have a family. So you probably know who this person is. Now you just know a little bit more about why, they were doing what they were doing to you, is because they were greedy and absolutely batshit crazy. This person, you couldn't tell them anything about themselves. They would just reject it and lie. And that, when, like I was saying, somebody that lies to themselves all the time and is not honest with themselves, they can't be honest with you. And so that's a very big problem. And then also, this person's going to be getting caught up not only for the lies that they told to the hit person, who is not going to attack you, trust me. They're going to get found out to be a liar, like in more than one way. And you don't even party like that. So this person's delusional. They would have never been able to lure you anywhere. And I feel like this serial killer has caught on to this person. Because that serial killer has gotten super bad karma. They've lived their life unaliving people as a job. Okay. They've unalived so many people, probably like 3,000 plus people throughout their career. But then all of a sudden they come to one person. This was 5 years ago, unalived that person. And that was not supposed to happen. And so they're basically been catching negative karma ever since. And they're able to track it down to this person who wants them to create more crimes. And it's like, fuck no. The last job I did for you got me fucked up. Literally, that's what this hit person is saying. Like, the last job that I did for you got me fucked up. And I've been fucked up ever since. So I want to see the sacred soul timing deck and see what else, what, what the hell. Can you just tell me, Spirit, what these people have planned? Well, I guess it came out in the cards. That's what they had planned, but it's not working. Oops, it's not working out that way. No shit. They should have thought about that. Thought about it not working out the way that they wanted it to. Okay. If there's anything else that needs to come through on this person. Gemini time and August. So, yeah, Gemini is May 21st through June 21st. So the energy of Gemini, anybody that's born between May 21st and May 28th, is actually the astrology sign Cetus, okay, which is a sea monster. Now this August energy says, reap the rewards of what you have planted, abundance, ripening, and harvest. So you have a major harvest that's going to be coming in this August. And this person could have been a Gemini. They could have been the Cetus within that time frame. Libra time, September 23rd to October 22nd. Whale options first. So you could be, this serial killer person could be, or hitman, I should call them, could be a Libra. They could very well be a Libra, but they also have some Gemini in their chart too. What are these two white cards in there for? You could be a Cancer, but you don't have to be, or you could have Cancer highly aspect in your chart. I feel like you're coming into wish fulfillment. And I also feel like this person could have been a Scorpio to you. So we have Scorpio time. So wish fulfillment is being spontaneous and taking risks that pay off. Yeah, absolutely. This summertime is going to be hot energy for you. Serendipity, destiny, and fate. Then we have Scorpio time, October 22nd through November 21st. Use your hidden magic, intense, passionate, and mystery. So everything that's happening is on schedule. You may feel like some of this stuff was unexpected. Okay. And it was unexpected because who would expect somebody to be this crazy and weird? I would never want somebody like that living as a neighbor to me. That would be fucked up. But, I feel like you went through this situation so you could come out a better person. And that's exactly what's happening. The more that you connect, divine timing. That's what I'm saying. This person has planned a whole plot out and they did not consider divine timing. They also did not consider the fact that you would be able, they thought that you would be trapped and stuck and would be an easy target for this hit person. Okay. They thought that this would already be done. That's why that alive card came out. They're like confused why you're still alive, because they know what they sent towards you. And now this person's scared. They did not take into consideration that you would get your wishes granted and that divine timing would be at play and that unexpected changes would happen. But this is all on schedule for the divine. Unwavering dedication and attention to the detail is key. Keep going steps, take care. So it's all on schedule, but this person's just unaware of themselves. They're unaware of everything. Basically, the divine timing, which is basically knowing that this situation is going to resolve itself in divine time. And that's never going to be a time I'll ever tell anybody when it's going to be. I will tell you that good things are coming in August. You're going to reap a very good harvest. And you may, at that time, this person will not, they don't know where you are, which is good. Okay. February, take stock of resolutions and assess your progress, transition, reflect, and prepare. So this person could have been talking to this hit person in February. This past February. And an agreement was reached on a certain amount, okay, to send this. And this could be a spiritual hitman too. It doesn't have to be somebody who actually will shoot you. This could be somebody that just tries to unalive people in the spirit. And for the most part, they've been able to do it probably about 3,000 times. But all of a sudden it came on to this other person that they did this to. And now this person doesn't have the abilities like they used to. Very soon. So things are happening fast. So be ready to move. Obviously be ready to move because it's time. Speed, agility, and quickness. This person, like I almost finished saying this, but I didn't finish saying this. This person underestimated God. They didn't believe that God would and the divine would come through for you and find you another place to live. They thought that you would be trapped in that, you know, the neighborhood card that came out of the true crimes. They thought that you would be trapped and that you would always be accessible to them whenever they needed to pull from you, which is no. Fuck no, bitches, no. Virgo time. August 23rd through September 22nd, set realistic goals to reach practical, organized details. You have somebody working on your side here. I feel like you've got good karma with this hitman person. And this lady has horrible karma with this person, so it's not going to end well. Yeah, they wanted to distract you from your divine life purpose, which means you obviously have something that you're supposed to be doing. It says this situation is not aligned with your highest and best good, tempting, deceptive, and secrets. So basically, these people were working against you, but you are evolving. You are evolving. What you want changes as you get more experience. You're also manifesting. Okay, you could have felt like this manifesting was a very slow progress, but it's going to speed up. Okay, so enjoy the calm, enjoy the still, enjoy the slow while it's here, because when things start manifesting really quick, you're going to be like, oh, running over here, running over there, moving, all of this stuff, you know. And I consider moving to be a very traumatic experience because it's just very difficult to do. But this is probably the most best thing that's ever happened to you. Once you move, like all these doors are going to start opening for you. All the doors that were closed to you in the past place you lived at, these doors will now be opening for you and you will be walking through. Okay. You will be walking through those doors. You will be moving forward. You will be stepping into your purpose and you will be living your life. There's many factors. Timing is fragile, complex, and multifaceted now. Delicate, precision, clarity. There's many factors resulting in how this will be concluded. But I don't feel like there's anything that you need to personally worry about in any type of way. Okay. There may be a Virgo that comes along and gives you assistance. This could be somebody, this could be a Fed that's watching this hitman energy. Again, when you use spiritual means to unalive people, it's still illegal. All right. Leo time, which is July 23rd to August 22nd. Step into the spotlight. You could have Leo highly aspect in your chart, which means you lead from your heart, which is a very good thing because, you know, there is a change that is happening right now. And it says time is fleeting, so don't miss the opportunity. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. You got a massive change that's happening right now. And even though there's many factors that are going to change how you see things in the future, it still is going to be okay because you know that you've escaped a situation that maybe in another lifetime you didn't escape. I'm not kidding. This person, as soon as they tried to do work for this person, this Libra, they got hit with the worst karma imaginable that you could even imagine, literally. But yeah, I feel like the best parts of your life have not even been lived yet. So you have a lot to look forward to. So don't ever think that like, oh, you know, I know there's a lot of thoughts you could have from this situation. You could feel a certain type of way about yourself, but you don't have to. Okay. You don't need to feel like you're unworthy or like just know that this person was crazy. This situation is not going to create again. If it did, that would be the most rarest shit ever. And then that would be something we really would have to look at and heal. Right. But I feel like this was some type of test. You passed. They did not pass, which is a little sad, but it's okay. They're going to be given another opportunity to make it right. And if they don't do that, wherever you go with your whole heart. With this new move, take your whole heart with you. Don't leave anything behind. You are enough just as you are. This is what I'm saying. You are enough just as you are. This could be exactly what you're learning about yourself too, is that you are enough. You could have questioned whether you were enough. Yeah, this is the confirmation that you absolutely are. You are the bee's knees, and you are enough. You are literally more than enough just the way you are. If I can love you unconditionally, then and an animal can love you unconditionally, and the earth can love you unconditionally, then you got to know that you're worthy of unconditional love, whether you saw it from parents or you see it from neighbors or whatever you feel the strife is. Doesn't change the fact that the earth and the universe feels that your potential to succeed is infinite. The universe believes in you. And that means something. It may not mean something to somebody who's not awake, but that actually means something. When you're supported by the universe and what you do, like, everything falls into place. So it's like you could be in the tightest situation, but where these witches and warlocks and cults and weird ass people, they do not know how God works. They don't see that the fact that they were allowed to get away with all of this shit was God. Like, God allowing them to get away with it to a point to see what you were going to do. Now the God sees what you're going to do, and God's going to come in and rescue you, give you a testimony, and pull you right out of the trenches. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. The thing is that this person's already missing your energy. You have departed and you took all of your protection with you. That means all of this person was only allowed to do this shit to you because they were hiding inside your energy of protection. So you didn't see them till it was too late. Raise your hand if you know you're amazing. Absolutely. We are amazing. I'm worthy of long-term and loving companion. I'm not kidding. This hitman does not like being lied to. They don't like being lied to, and they don't like being deceived, and they definitely are never going to come for some person that's in their spiritual journey. I mean, this person is still under severe karma for the last person they tried to unalive, for this witch bitch. And that's what I'm seeing as a hag. I see a hag in my mind's eye. A little encouragement can go a long way. Remember to just pat yourself on the back. Give yourself that encouragement, because it's not anybody else's job to encourage you. But know that this whole situation is encouraging, absolutely. Everyone's journey is different. Don't compare your path to someone else's. That can be some of the hardest thing to do sometimes, because you may feel like, oh, I'm not as successful as other people. Trust me, don't judge yourself off of where you're at right now, because you're not at your final state of existence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not at your final state of evolution yet. So just continue to be yourself and grow, and know that as long as you continue to dedicate your time and energy to something, that it will give back to you. Okay. What you put in, you will get back. It says, find your voice and shout it from the rooftops. Yeah, you don't need to be afraid to make noise anymore, whatever this person was trying to do to you. You absolutely rock. And I'm the author of my own life. Nobody can tell you what your story is, and nobody can write your story for you. They can only play characters in your story, but you have to give the context of which that character exists and interacts with you. And so as long as you don't give them that context, then they won't be able to do that. Tap into your own magic, because you do have magic. It's what's gotten you out of this situation. It's that if God didn't exist within you, these people would have never came for you. Okay. And so that's why God knows you're so strong. Always believe what is coming is better than what has gone, especially about moving. What you're getting into is so much better than what has gone. You don't need to carry any of the fears or worries or anxiety into this new place. You're capable of amazing things. You're capable of things greater than what these people, yeah, you're ready. Yeah, you're more capable, than what you could even think of. It's just you haven't been pushed to the limit until just recently. And God wanted to see what your integrity was, what you were going to do if you went to court and you ended up losing. Wow. See, that's great. The townhouse is always an awesome, awesome energy, and that's an upgrade. That's an absolute upgrade. You've got this. You've got this. God will not allow the righteous to be shaken. Small steps every day, baby steps. When you take little steps towards your goal, all of a sudden, yeah, the woman was insecure. Well, I'm glad that you're getting the townhouse because that's a better deal anyways. And you'll be able to play your music and just chill and be your natural self there. I feel like totally good energy. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and you don't want to enter into any type of binding contract with any type of landlord that has trust and security issues. That means that they have trust issues because whatever their other tenant probably wasn't a good person. The only way is up. Like especially from where you're at, the only way is up. So you know that you're going through an ascent. Don't let anyone ever dull your sparkle. And yeah, you definitely don't need to enter into any more paranoid, weird energy. So yeah, this person with the townhouse, that'll be so much better. Be bright, be brave, be you. Yeah, you absolutely get what you want. And it's going to be the thing that's more compatible for you. I just like that the universe gives you different situations. And as you heal, like healing why that lady had trust issues, yeah, that's the part that you keep going through. You're basically ascending, confirmation. You're ascending, you're raising your frequency. So you drew in that lady that had trust issues, but then you're healing that within you. And so it's not going to manifest again. It says, wake up and be fabulous. Be excited about every day. Be excited that you get to come here and watch tarot. Be excited that you get to go for a walk. Be excited that you have legs. There's so many things that you could be excited about that you have, you know what I mean? And so many things that you can be excited about to wake up to. Just getting your day started. Every day is a fresh start. It really is. So just like, how yesterday my energy was a little off, I know that every day that I wake up is basically a brand new fresh start. I can start over, and that's why it's born to be awesome. Yeah, you were not born a loser. You were not born somebody that was meant to be imprisoned, okay? Your life has meaning. My self-care is a priority in my life. See, this kitty is like got shampoo on it and it's just self-care mode. So, yeah, definitely taking a spiritual bath, soaking your energy, just relaxing, knowing that you just avoided freaking death, literally. Give your best today and you won't regret tomorrow. That's all you can ask is for, basically, all you can ask is that you can be a better person today than you were yesterday, right? I'm unapologetically myself. Okay, let me look. Welcome in, Andrea. Okay. So let me look at y'all's relationship. What? Oh, I'm going to grab the Twin Flame deck. We're just going to lay them right on top of the kitty cards. All right. So I really like this deck. I've been using it recently anytime somebody has a love question because I feel like it's just straightforward and pretty positive. And I'm not reading any of these cards in the reverse. So let's see. Okay. Del, like Del Taco. What is the message, Spirit? Okay, so you guys are going through some type of like rough patch, kind of is what I'm feeling. What it feels like is, okay, when I look at relationships, I look at compatibility of the best being a 10 and the worst being a 1. So that's like my scale. When I look at this person's energy for you, what I'm picking up on is they're going through either some type of Saturn return, which a Saturn return is when it basically, it's kind of like a solar return, but it has to do with Saturn. When the moment that you were born, the position of Saturn, which Saturn brings about rules, regulations, death, time, endings, all that type of stuff, ego. basically, when you're born, it's in a certain position. When Saturn gets back to that exact position as it was when you were born, that's when you have a Saturn return. Okay, so it's kind of like a midlife crisis in a way. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting from him. Okay, let's see. Four of Pentacles. I am seeing some possessiveness, boundaries, and limits, hoarding and holding, insecurity, and stingy. So that's the energy that's current right now, is the Four of Pentacles. So let's see what else pops out. Strength. Yeah, you have an unmatched strength within you. Courage, confidence, and inner power. This could be very well what irritates the shit out of this person. So if you are a feminine, Andrea, which is what I'm thinking you are, or what I'm, again, when I try not to assign pronouns because I'm just picking up on energies, and then like you have to assign a pronoun if you feel like that one fits. But you being this very strong person kind of has this other person feeling very insecure. They're feeling insecure, but they're also very possessive about over your energy. So the moon, illusions and hidden confusion and secrets and uncertainty. So there may be something that this person is hiding. And it could be that there's this jealousy about how strong you are, that this other person is feeling. So I don't know if infidelity is something you want me to ask about, but I definitely am picking up on, well, Ace of Cups. Yeah. New love and feelings, emotional awakening, intuition, and spirituality. So,